Lyle will be speaking on jarring experience, the rigorous application. 20 minutes, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Come on, shake the mic.
I'm Lyle, I'm an addict. My topic, jarring experience brings on rigorous of application of this program. First and foremost, I want to thank the God of my understanding for bringing me to Narcotics Anonymous. Then there's 4 areas I want to thank. Laurel Mountain Highlands area, Swana, Picna, and Pasna. You have been part of my recovery since I've been here. Clean date is 2/3/1997, but all I have is today. All I have is today. You know, and when Steve was sharing about his experiences of his, like I kept getting these jarring experiences for me. Like I've been there and done that. Like when it's not always about the relapse part. It's about sitting in a meeting, having someone share their experience, strength, and hope, and you're going through the same thing, but they're identifying it and sharing it. And you're like, why can't I do that? Man, I was holding on to so much stuff when I was living over here, it was unreal. I wouldn't tell my sponsor. But I would be at a meeting and someone else would be sharing the exact same thing that I'm going through. They're sharing it out to everybody. And I'm like, why can't I be like that? That's the jarring experience I'm talking about. When somebody else is sharing what you're feeling, but you're not sharing it. And yes, I went to the West Coast. I was chasing trim. I'll be honest. That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. It may have been a new experience for me to get away from the East Coast and be on the West Coast, but I was chasing something that I really wanted because it was boomerang booty. I'm being real. I'm being real. That's what it was about. I chased it. I lost. I had to come back. I boomeranged on back. But let me get to the exact nature. Let me get to the exact nature about this. She had more balls than I did because she told me the things I wanted to tell her, she told me. She put it on paper and told me, this is what I'm not getting from you. This is what I need from you. And if you can't give me this, you need to go. That wasn't an ultimatum. That was a wake up. That was a wake up to my recovery. That was a jarring experience. You know what? If you don't do what you need to do, you're going to be living in your vehicle in Seattle, in it, trying to get high.
Come on, man.
But so many men's experience, strength, and hope came to me at that time and said, you know what? Fess up, do what you need to do, and get your ass back to the East Coast. This is home. I had a couple of people that I would call from Pittsburgh and say, hey, this is what's going on with me. I know it takes more than a village to raise an addict like me. This is my village. When I come here, I feel comfortable. And I think I may have missed 1 or 2 of these conferences out of the 21. I went to the very first one with my very first sponsor. That was in Homestead, and it just continued after that. When I moved over here from Altoona to Pittsburgh, I got this home group. Not because this conference, because it was a men's group, something that I needed to do for me. I needed to let go of some stuff. You know, and I brought my sponsee, not for him to get something from you guys, but to save me from me. Because if I wouldn't have bought him, I'd have came in here and shared some stupid shit and would have went looking for some trim.
Come on, man. Come on.
I'm being honest. And I told him that when we got in the car. I said, you're saving me from getting in trouble in Pittsburgh. Because I went and shared, and hurry up and went out the door, told everybody I had to go somewhere, and I went looking for it. And that's how the disease works on me. It don't have to be the drug. The woman can be the drug for me, and I'll be in trouble. I'll be in trouble. I got a bank account right now, $230. If I'd have went and got some trim, it'd have been broke. I'm telling you, I'd have spent it. And then I'd have called somebody in Narcotics Anonymous. Hey, can I borrow $50 for you so I can get back home? What'd you do, Lyle? Oh, I was down at the casino. I found some dope, some sweet dope. So I'm being real, that jarring experience don't have to be using. It could be a mental lapse of me being in a meeting. You know, I heard someone share earlier about being an NA thief. You know, and my version of an NA thief is taking everything that you guys give me and don't give nothing back. Nothing. Just hold on to it. But then in the reading it says you can't keep what you have, you don't give it away. So I have to give it away in order for me to grow. I thank all the predecessors in there, and there's a lot of predecessors from me that are here. Because the first thing they did, Laurel Mountain Highland area did, was put me in service. And guess what? I've been in service ever since. Ever since. I have so much gratitude from Narcotics Anonymous. I have a goal coming up, God willing, but I never experienced a convention outside of Pennsylvania. Never. I went to the World Convention in Philly. I always went to Erie, or I went to Start to Live down here, but never experienced a convention outside of Pennsylvania. I got this email on my phone from Nas. We will let you know when you can do the registration for the World Convention in Washington, D.C. Man, I started calling people, hey, we're going to Washington, D.C. Hey, we're going. I got something to hope for. I got something to shoot for. I got something to stay clean for. And it's living life. That's living life. And every time I come back to Pittsburgh, no matter where I'm at, I go to a meeting, I get so many hugs. And they're genuine hugs. You know, so I've learned that, you know, if I reach out to you, you reach out to me, we got a connection. We have a connection. You know, in this recovery and relapse, like if someone comes in this meeting and they pick up a white key tag, I don't ask them how they did it, how they got back. I go give them a hug. Say, hey, let's go hang out. Let's go hang out. You know, because everybody gave me hugs when I came in here. No one shunned me. They were taking me out to eat, and I'm like, I ain't got no money. We don't care. But guess what? Now I get to do the same for others. We want to go out to eat, take them out. I don't care. They're like, I ain't got no money. I don't care. I didn't ask you if you had any money. I said, did you want to go eat? And that's how we fellowship. That's how we fellowship. This is our fellowship right here. I love this. I'm always happy when I see the majority of the same faces. And I know we all live our lives. Because what's happening in Narcotics Anonymous, when you start working the program and living the program, you've got a life to live. Like the region convention, Start to Live. I didn't know what it was about until I caught on to it. And my sponsor said, it's better to catch on than trying to catch up. So when I finally caught on to Start to Live, yeah, I know what's going on now. I'm living. I'm living life. I'm not using drugs and existing. I'm living. Got a lot of responsibilities in my life. And guess who I have to take care of? Lyle. You know, I heard Steve talking about the grandkids. I got 6 grandkids. And I'm not Pup. I am Pappy Lyle. One's 22, 21, 16, 13, 10, and 8. The 8-year-old, she loves antique cars. So anytime I find an antique show, I try to call mom and dad and say, hey, can I come get her? We're going to go to a show. She sits there and looks at them cars and says, Pappy, I'm getting one of those. I'm getting one of them. And I'm like, okay. But here's the thing. her mom's an auto mechanic. So I'm seeing these genes like falling down, like that's what you really want to do, but you just want to see the cars. She's going to be an auto mechanic. She started tinkering already with her mom. But none of my grandkids have seen me under the influence ever. Ever. My last two stepdaughters went to meetings with me all the time. One fell in trouble with heroin. Guess what she did? Called me for help. I said, call the helpline. I'm working at this facility, and she ends up in that same facility at detox. I bawled my eyes out. She said, Dad, don't worry. We're going to do this. She's coming up on 16 years clean.
Right. Yes, sir.
And I don't want to say that's because of me, because it's not. I believe everybody has a desire in here to stay clean. You know, my desire was I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I don't know about anybody else. I was tired of having money on Thursday and broke Thursday night. I'm just saying. That's where it was at for me. You know, so that reoccurring that makes me apply my recovery rigorously to keep me where I need to be comes on a daily basis from people sharing their experience, strength, and hope. You know? And I'm the one that always jumps on YouTube listening to speakers. And God rest his soul, I wish he was still alive, a guy by the name of Khalees from New York. I had a whole list of his speakers, and I listened to every one of them. And I sit there and I bawl and I bawl and I bawl. Why? Because he touched a chord in me that I can feel and relate to. You know? So that rigorous, you know, that applying all these things, and although all addicts are basically the same in kind, we do, as individuals, differ in degree, sickness, and rate of recovery. So I can't push your recovery to be like my recovery. I have to let your recovery be the way you want it to be. I can't put you on a pedestal. I won't put you on a pedestal. But just know, if you're here today, you were meant to be here. Those that are not here were not meant to be here. I'm an addict named Lyle. Thank you.